to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic, awesome day full of awesome and wonderful things for you. And for today's video, we are doing another episode of what I like to call What Should They Do Next? It is when I, your Nash Gamer, take a gaming publishing studio and give them 5 brand new ideas of a game that I think that they should do. Now, with Sony acquirement of Bluepoint Games, I thought we could give this new dynamic duo 5 brand new ideas of a game that they should do, well, together. But before we go on, let me say this. If you did not see last episode, which I highly recommend you going back, we did Rockstar 5 brand new ideas. We count 5 to 4, or 5 to 4. We count 5 to 1 on the list. Not 5 to 4. That'd be a short list, wouldn't it? Oh, Rachel. Anyway, we count. Let's do this again. We count 5 to 1 on this list, and 1 being either my favorite or one that I think the studio could just do, basically flawless at. Now, with 5 and 4 though on this list is a little different. 5 and 4 have ideas that I have already on another gaming publisher studio that I think would be really good at doing these games as well. However, with the remasterings that Bluepoint has done for Sony, and with their own recently released Demon Souls, which was met with a lot of good reviews, and if you haven't played it, is a great game. Challenging but good. Anyway, based off of that, I do think they are also equipped to do these games as well. So, without further ado, here we go. Number 5, Robin Hood. Now, if you have been living under a rock, let me just tell you a little bit about this outlaw hero, Robin Hood. Robin Hood is a legendary heroic outlaw who is originally depicted in English folklore. I got it right this time. I've been wanting to say folklore, it's folklore. Anyway, according to the legend, he is a highly skilled archer and swordsman who robbed from the rich and gave to the poor. The earliest copies of Robin Hood were made up of ballads and poems. Robin Hood is typically seen as a supporter of Richard the Lionheart and was being driven into his outlaw ways during the misruling of King Richard the Lionheart's little brother, John. Now, here's what there is so much, I don't know where to begin, honestly, what they could do with this. There is so much that Bluepoint and Sony could do with this. From late 12th century England to Robin Hood's merry men to Maid Marian to the Sherwood, you get the picture. This is a fantastic idea of a game that I think that they could actually pull off together. Number 4, Medieval Spawn. Now, as you can see in my background, I love comic books, and one of my favorite comic book series is the Spawn series. And within the Spawn series, there's a lot of spin-offs, one of them being Medieval Spawn. Now, as it will tell you in the comic books, Medieval Spawn was a knight named Sir John of York who fought during the Civil War in England. He was released from service to Henry II after he and 3 others mistakenly killed the Archbishop because they mistook some of the angry words that the king said as an order. He was killed on a battlefield in Ireland by the king's bodyguard as he approached the king for forgiveness. For his past deeds of killing and enjoying it, John was sent to hell, where he and like other spawns made the deal with, basically the devil, and returned to England and several years into the future. John traveled throughout England doing good deeds in hopes of redeeming himself. From upgrading the medieval armor to an open medieval world, you get the picture. I think this has Bluepoint and Sony written all over it, and I think that they would do a good job at bringing one of Todd McFarlane's Spawn world to life. Number 3, Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper was an unidentified serial killer active in London in 1888. Now, of course, I am not wanting to play as Jack the Ripper. That would just be twisted and wrong. What I am wanting to play, though, is Scotland Yard. I want to be a part of the hunt for Jack the Ripper, and I also think it would be cool to experience those early days of the famous, well, now famous, Scotland Yard. Number 2, Jason and the Argonauts. Now, Jason appears in various works in Greek and Roman literature, stories. You guys get the picture. He is everywhere. I did so much research for this, and he is literally everywhere. But with all that research, there was one that he is most famous for, and that is his quest to find the Golden Fleece. That's right. Jason leads the Argonauts in a quest to find a Golden Fleece. From the great adventures that they have along the way to find this Golden Fleece, to the legendary monsters and epic battles that take place along the way, and not to mention an open Greek world that we could explore, full of Greek gods and everything that we could ever want in a game. You guys get the picture. I think this would be a fantastic game for Bluepoint and Sony to do together, and that's not to mention I do think this plays to their strengths. Number 1, the Fall of Morgoth. Now you guys are about to learn a fun fact about me. I love anything and everything Middle-earth, Lord of the Rings. Hear me, Lord of the Rings related. I love it, and so you guys are about to find out how much I actually do love it. Now, for those of you who don't know, Morgoth is, by the way, Sauron's mentor. And also, if you don't know, by the way, that J.R.R. Tolkien did write a book called The Silmarillion, which is a collection of stories of the first, second, and third age of Middle-earth before the Lord of the Rings time. Now, the game that I'm thinking about takes place in the first age of Middle-earth, about the Edendyne, a race of men that live in Barlan, which is on the west side of Middle-earth. Now, Barlan, the Edendyne, the race of men there, form an alliance with the elves and join a disastrous war against the first Dark Lord, Morgoth, which destroys Barlan. As a reward of fighting in that war, the creator, the god of Middle-earth, gifts them a new island, Numenor, as their home, and also gives them long life. Now, side note here for those of you who don't know, this is actually where Aragorn's ancestors come from, which is why he lives to the ripe old age of 210. I think this would be so much fun to have a game that takes place during the first age of Middle-earth. I mean, just think about the Great War against Morgoth, and to an open Middle-earth that we could just go and explore. You guys get the picture. I think this would be a fantastic idea for Bluepoint and Sony Entertainment to do. And by the way, that is not to mention the other stories that Tolkien wrote way before the Lord of the Rings that take place during Middle-earth. And actually, look, Sony, you guys could really do a very good series here of games that take place during Middle-earth. But those are just some of my ideas. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and please like and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time on the next video that I make. Bye bye.